Hello everyone, this is Just a Dad. I'm going to do a quick review on this instant air fryer by Instapot. Okay, so it's easy to unpack. It's got some tape on it, and it's got this pretty heavy duty cord. Okay, so it's got this warning that was in the attached to the drawer, and there's a bunch of packing material, but there's one piece of packing material that's kind of hidden, and it's back there. So make sure you get that piece of cardboard out back there. Okay, so I've got that piece of cardboard out. I just wanted to show you. That's what the inside looks like. So it's got kind of like a burner up there. Okay, so just a general impression. This is kind of, this is a metal. Looks like a stick-free metal, you know, that type of metal. It's got, feels like some metal around the sides, maybe plastic, but it feels like it's made pretty well. Okay, so when you first turn it on, the off light is on. It's not flashing, it's on steady. Okay, so the instructions say you're supposed to do an initial test run of 25 minutes. Basically, you're going to probably run it with nothing in it. Okay, so one thing I'm finding difficult is this ring. You should be able to grab this ring. But I can't grab it. But it keeps talking about these arrows, and I wanted to show you. Okay, so the bottom of the tray has an arrow, and it keeps talking about making sure the arrow's going right. So you're going to make sure they want you to put the tray in, and then close the door. Okay, so now it says select the air fryer, and then adjust the temperature to 400 degrees. So it's already on 400 degrees. Okay, so now this is the time. So it says adjust the time to 20 minutes. Okay, then it says hit the start button. And it sounds like it's warming up. A little loud. Okay, so one thing I want to go over is there's a vent on the back. Now the air is not super hot coming out of there right now, but you are going to have room for this to vent. Okay, so I want to show you that the preheat light is on. Okay, so now it's beeping at you to add food. We're not going to add food this first time. Okay, so if you were to add food, so this is all really hot. You're going to have to be really careful adding the food right now. So then it kind of like shuts down when you've got the tray open. Then we're going to reinsert it. Okay. And so it looks like now it's cooking. So the little cook light is lit. So I took the tray out, added food, and now I've got it back in, and now the cook light is on. Now I bet you the timer will start to go down from 20 minutes. So I'm going to keep checking this temperature coming out. It's not super hot. I can put my hand right about, if you put your hand right up next to it, it'll burn you, but okay, so now it's heating up pretty good now. We're about 4 or 5 minutes into it. Yeah, it's actually getting pretty hot. I've got to keep going farther and farther away. And I want you to see the vent is straight back. It doesn't blow it up. It doesn't blow it down. It blows straight back. So I can still feel it pretty good right here. Oh boy, right about it here, it gets super, super hot. And like we thought, it's starting to count down from the 20. It's maintaining the temperature. And the instruction says you can change the time or the temperature anytime while it's cooking. You just got to press the time button, and then the time will change. That'll stop flashing after a minute. And if I wanted to change the temperature, I can change the temperature. And that'll stop flashing after a minute. Okay, so I want you to realize this is kind of a big appliance. So it's about 1 foot wide, about 13 inches tall, and front to back, it's about 13 to 14 inches. But you're going to need, I want to say, I'd say you're going to need at least 7 or 8 inches behind it so that this thing can vent. So that temperature kind of fluctuates. Now I can get my hand kind of close, but earlier it was super hot coming out of there. Okay, so halfway through the cooking process, it tells you to turn food. And then you're supposed to just open the door. Everything kind of stops. You turn your food, and then it's all going to start back up where you left off when you put it back in. I also want to explain to you, so this first time you use it, it's got kind of a burnt plasticky smell. It's not a real pleasant odor. And just keep in mind that fan is putting out a lot of air, so it's kind of filling the room up with that smell. So it's just kind of like the first time you turn a burner on or a cooking appliance on for the first time. It's got kind of that smell. So it's not the most pleasant smell, but that's why they want you to run it through a 20-minute cook process to burn all that off. Okay, so when it reaches the end of the time, it turns all the display off and it just says end. So now you can pull the tray out, take your meat out or whatever, or French fries, and it says whenever you put it back in now, the off light displays. So as you can imagine, the whole tray is hot, except for out here. Well, actually out here is kind of hot too, but the handle's not hot. So, and the only thing it said that was dishwasher safe was the tray, the meat tray that comes out. This pan, the air fryer pan, is not dishwasher safe. It's damp cloth dry only. And it does say you probably want to spray some non-cooking spray. Even though that kind of feels like a non-stick surface, you want to spray it with some non-stick spray. But the whole pan is not dishwasher safe. And of course the appliance isn't either. Okay, so the instructions are not real lengthy. It talks about the different modes. That basically just has different time and temperature settings. And then cooking timetable. It's just got a few things that you might cook in here. French fries, chicken wings, and sort of thing. And it gives you some cook times. And then, so you've got, these are all lit when you first start. So if I want to do roast, then I would hit the time button and I could change the time and I could change the temperature. And then when I was ready, I'd hit the start button. If I wanted to do bake, again, I would set the time and then the temperature. So when you do these, I think it remembers where you were last time. No. So each time you hit bake, it's going to go back to 365. That's where it thinks you should be baking at. Same with roast. It's going to go to 380, reheat to 255, and just hit cancel whenever you want to cancel it, or if you don't want to do a heating operation right now. So overall, this is a very nice display. It looks like you can wipe it off really well. This knob turns really well. Okay, so I moved the appliance over. It does not get the surface underneath it hot. And that was on for 20 minutes. It's nice and cool. And the sides of it aren't extremely hot. The top of it's not extremely hot. Okay, so the instructions really don't tell you how many things you can put in here. It just says don't overflow it. But that's a pretty big pan. So we're just going to try some French fries. So you can see this pan's already pretty big. These appliances kind of are deceiving. This looks kind of, I mean, it looks big, but then you think, oh, it's got kind of like a small frying area. But actually, the frying area is actually pretty decent size. All right, so we're going to put it in, and it says thick cut frozen fries, 16. So we want air fry, 16 to 20 minutes. Air fry. Let's do 20, let's do 16 minutes and see what it comes up with. And then it says 385. So press the temperature. Okay, we're ready. We're going to hit start. You know, it's doing a preheat. So I wonder if I should have not put the food in first. Okay, yeah, so you're going to want to get this, you got to preheat it first before you add the food. So you're going to want to turn it on, do everything I did, and now it's preheating. So then it's going to say ready to cook. That's when I'm going to put the French fries in. Okay, so I've got my fries in a plate and it's on preheat. So I'm going to wait till it says add food. Okay, so it said add food. Okay, so the French fries they sizzled a little bit when I put them in because that's really hot from being preheated. So now as soon as I push it in, it's just going to pick up, and now it's saying cook. Okay, so I want to point out some things. It does say that the air fry, those pre-select things are they do have preferred cooking times and temperatures. So those, when you press bake, it's going to have a preferred time and cooking temperature. It says it's ready to cook with little to no preheating. Well, it needs preheating. So the basket, it did feel like it had a non-stick surface, and it says it's countertop friendly. This is the 6 quart one I'm testing out. Okay, so for the French fries, it says turn food, but the instructions say you can just shake part way. Oh boy, yeah, those are looking really good. I'm going to shake them up. Okay, so they were all looking really done already, so I took one out just to give it a try, even though it's still got 5 minutes to go. Yeah, these were pretty done at I guess at the 10-minute mark. But of course, like everything else, you know, the cooking time is going to vary, so you're going to kind of learn as you go and kind of make notes of how long things take. Okay, so we got 51 seconds. Once you're under a minute, it counts down the seconds. So again, just keep in mind that's quite a bit of air coming out of there. The whole house kind of smells like French fries now, so just keep in mind you're going to kind of smell up the house with what you're cooking. Okay, so these fries are done pretty well. Probably, and you know what? You can check these as you're cooking them. There's nothing to say you can't open this door when it's cooking and check your food. So, but these are pretty well done. I probably would do a little less time next time. Okay, so as it's counting down, I'm going to show you what it displays. It says end. If you don't come get your food right away, the heater's not working, it says, but the fan's going to continue to run to kind of cool everything down. So, and it beeps at you, tells you to end, so then you just, okay, so then the fan did kick off there after a minute. Now I can pull them out. Okay, so after you take your food out and then you put the tray back in, it reverts back. So when you were done cooking that time, it reverts back to an off position. This is like off standby. So you don't have to come back here and turn it off or anything. So, okay, so the fries taste pretty good. I mean, these are probably done a little more than I normally would, but and they're a little dry. But no, they got a good taste to them, and they don't smell or anything. So, okay, so you can see the French fries didn't leave a big mess, not a big oily mess, not like a chicken or something would, but. Okay, everyone, so this was just a dad. I did a quick video. It's kind of a simple video, like an unboxing, first time use, kind of what I think of it. I know there's lots of videos on there of cooking all kinds of stuff, but I just wanted to do a simple video. I'm not sure whether we're going to keep it yet or not. If you could, please like and subscribe, and thank you for watching.